discipline that you see out there during the matches as well, to be able to kind of keep that in living pace up for the side of DreamMax, and then be so successful with it as well.
Yeah, and for me, I think that it comes to with a red alert for DreamMax, because on the first game here, like DreamMax using Zushin, Kalia, for example, with this high potential for a pick-off, for example, using this Tsunami Slam, Suyo and Carry, it didn't work out for DreamMax, you know. Still, like, we can talk about Freya's performance on the first game, as by the time that we can say that Freya is like a boogie monster on AMER South on the meta, but on the first game here, Freya was not even the main reason to why Entity7 won the first game. You know, like, okay, Akashi helped, the team helped with the team fights, but it was like by far is not where, like, it was not even close the main reason for Entity7. So for me now, it brings like what DreamMax has to do here on this second game to somehow beat Entity7 and getting like bring a composition that can work as even on the second game versus Entity7.
Yes, for sure. They're not making the same mistake twice here. They're gonna go ahead and ban that Freya out, and the Zushin here. They don't want to see either side of the opposite opposing team choose them this time. They were going ahead and going to ban out the Glue, the Chip, Baxia, and a Fanny. So they're leaving open Phobius here for sure, as well as Marcel for the other side.
Yeah, some big pickups that kind of left out there, and I feel like here the goal from Entity7 is to kind of leave out as many of those super strong priority picks as possible, so that they can get the priority one themselves. Actually, they're gonna go with Claude here as a first pickup, so still have Marcel and Phobius on the side of DreamMax to be able to pick up here. But I wonder if you want to maybe pick up the Zeush or the Zeshian for the side of DreamMax, because that's such a huge combo with the Claude pickup for Entity7.
Yeah, but it has to be Marcel and Phobius here for DreamMax. Come on, guys, because this is still open. It is still like a very good response here. Like you're cooking too much to bring these heroes here, DreamMax. Come on, on this composition. Of course, they're like thinking about like other strategies when it comes to Claude, for example, and that Entity7's composition. But okay. It was a half here of our agreement. Marcel and Harriet on the gold lane.
Yes, they're going ahead and picking up that Marcel here. They're gonna pick up the Phobius here with the Suyu on the side of Entity7. I don't know, man. They left that open. That Phobius here is good counter against the Harith on the side of DreamMax. So I wonder what they're gonna do here now.
Well, and I feel like that's exactly the reason that Rico was saying to pick up the Phobius and the Harith, because you pick up Harith and you pick up the potential counter that he might have out there as well. I mean, at this point, you might as well pick up Valentina on the side of DreamMax if you're gonna try to overwhelm Phobius with some dashes or something. Marcel. Well, we're gonna have to see how this kind of mixes in here. Phobius on their side. This is a very, very strong pick, especially in the hands of Entity7. And we're gonna have to be. I want to see very carefully where Goo's gonna go here on the side of DreamMax. Like I said, I feel like a lot of the success from DreamMax has been on making sure that the rest of the team can pick up the slack when the entirety of the focus from Entity7 is to shut down King, to shut down Shakitse as well, and I feel like they did a good job of that in the last game.
Yeah, them themselves, DreamMax, kind of took out the Valentina.
Yeah.
Got him lined up in
so okay, last ban here for Kimi from Entity7. I believe that Goo is gonna bring Yusong here on XP lane. I believe that is gonna be a way of like somehow trying to get in neutralize Fulvio's demonic this ultimate here, or Claude using this this ultimate to not the ultimate but the mobility situation with the Dexter hologram here. So maybe that could be a good choice for DreamMax to secure this Yu-Song for Gu. But no, Lapu Lapu here for a Gu on XP lane. Okay. So maybe it is like still some way to getting this like a back line, but I think that is gonna be not gonna be easy because Claude has an ability, Fulvius has like this ultimate, Suyu has an ability. Okay, maybe for Farsa, but Hylos is there to protect. So
I mean, I do like the combination coming out here, and especially having the Lapu Lapu. It kind of, I feel like it was an answer to the potential Farza, the potential Eve coming out from Entity7, one of those heroes that kind of sits still, that will allow him to kind of get the jump on them to get back there with the bravest fighter form. Hylos is more of an engagement territory, so I feel like this is really on Gu to be able to kind of find those flanking positions for the side of a DreamMax, so that when that glorious pathway lays onto the ground, that he's going to be able to cut the distance and be able to take Farja out before DreamMax take too much damage.
Yeah, I thought Azina would say something. Okay. For here those DC compositions, Entity7 versus DreamMax. To finish here, Shaikichi bringing this Zetian on the mid lane. Okay, so a very good ultimate here to spot the enemies with this ranked situation that could benefit Shaikichi so far, with skills casted by Zetian, like nerf the magic resistance from the other side, which is can be very good for Zutra Temple and Inherit. So let's see what is going to happen in this second game. But more than a draft here, Private, I think that a DreamMax mentality has to change and has to like let them to play so confident on this second game. So everybody, welcome once again to the Land of Dawn. This is game number 2, Entity7 versus DreamMax. This is the lower bracket final, and the winner are going to face Alpha 7 tomorrow.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you when it comes to, oh my god, Shin, the damage he took already. I has to go back to base, but I absolutely agree. No more playing it safe. Keep the aggression on. Go in, go full forward. Ooh, back in. Gonna take 3 members here into the damage. You see the hide on Bush gonna go ahead and swing back on the blink. Shin coming in, has a feast on his mind. Stun coming out, landing on the Shaikichi, who takes about 50% damage on there, but is able to answer that back right away. Blink finding some damage on the back end. Is that going to be enough? At the bottom, Blink goes down. Unfortunately, first blood for the side of Entity7. DreamMax, unfortunately, take that death.
Oh, Vagin!
Oh, he tried. A great play there by Shaikichi to lay down that pool and aim off center to force Vagin back into the pool to take that damage, and able to reply in kind, tying this at a 1-1 apiece game.
Yeah, so it's not over yet here now. DreamMax responding very good here on the mid lane. The first kill here was to Vagin, the Hylos, the roaming, while DreamMax got the kill on Shaikichi, the mid lane, a very like strong one. So I think that it would be like it was better for DreamMax.
Hide on Bush and Doom at the bottom, or at the top. We're looking for something, but wisely Zeus was able to sense it, and we also have a turtle up right now, so both teams kind of vying for position. Blink goes in, finds himself a little bit of a stun. Out comes the feathered airstrike. Hide on Bush immediately takes down Shaikichi and finds himself a turtle. The rest of DreamMax looking, running for the hills. Blink very low, in trouble. He's gonna have to use that flicker to get himself away. Down goes Gu. Hide on Bush with an evil queller on there. Ooh, Blink Blink almost thought that he was going to go ahead and find the recall, but was going to have to run all the way back to the high grounds of his base there. Shakitse tries to come in, tries to stop the theft of the purple buff, but I don't think she's going to be able to.
Blink being lazy, like getting to the recall almost on the base. But still here, it was like good for Entity7. Oh, Zeus. Oh my goodness. Doom here, but oh, okay, Blink is down. Blink is down.
Yeah, Blink is down. Unfortunately, right now, kind of meeting his match when it comes to trying to get that information, trying to go into enemy territory. He's always being found out by Entity7. Zeus over here might be in a little bit of trouble. Lays down that Zaman Force. There, King on the backside too as well. A great force coming out from Hide on a Bush as we see that Glorious Pathway has been laid down, or that not the glory. Well, I think that was the Glorious Pathway by Vegin as well. Zeus very low here, needs to be very careful. Feathered airstrike comes out. Shakitse and Blink gonna go ahead and try to make Shin pay, who flies off map. That's illegal and is able to get away.
It doesn't care, Private. It just like turn on the bird form as I believe I can fly. It's the only thing here for Shin. But once again, like on the top side, it was one team trying to bait another team, another team was trying to bait the bait from the bait. So like it was like intense on the top side here so far. But the truth is, and which is very cruel, 4 kills for Entity7. Oh, Feather Airstrike once again, stun Blink. Oh my goodness. Farsight is really strong at this point of the game here, Private.
Yeah, especially when they aren't really able, they're not at the point where Goo is going to be able to join these fights just yet and get back there to really punish them. Hide on Bush finds another kill, or another kill onto Zeus, or actually that's going to be Zeus's first kill right now up at the top, but it's not going to be Hide on Bush's first kill, sitting at 3-0-1 right now.
Yeah, so so now Entity7 like leading 2 players on the top side to neutralize Zeus. I thought that with DreamMax was time to respawn on the bottom lane here to like get the turtle. But King, I just don't get it what King was trying to do. Okay, like King Alive can be lost in the jungle once again. Here we go.
Yeah, a great rotation coming out there from DreamMax to go ahead and juggle out the aggro of that tower. Vegin comes in with the Glorious Pathway, but thinks twice about going in on to DreamMax. Zeus actually might be in a little bit of trouble here. Gonna take some damage, gonna try to dash himself away. Speaking of which, Hide on Bush underneath the tower, looks for an escape, but gets caught with the golden hour. And is the rest of the team, is he gonna be able to get away? No, he does get taken down. 3 members of DreamMax are more than enough to take down Hide on Bush.
You know, Private, I didn't get this DreamMax play now because okay, Entity7 led 2 players on the top side to neutralize Zeus. The turtle was open. I thought that DreamMax was like able to respond at getting the turtle, but they went through the top side like with 3 players. They got the kill, but they lost the second turtle, and now they lost the tower on the mid lane here. Like the macro from DreamMax, I think like it's not like on the full synergy here for DreamMax so far, because Entity7, even losing the players, even like getting killed on the map, they still taking down towers. Let's go.
Ooh, yeah, you see that Blazing Duet coming out from Doom, and maybe it kind of comes down to Entity7 understanding, like you've been talking about, a lot of these baits that are kind of coming out from Entity7. Try to make that side lane look really juicy, really low, and it force out the engagement from DreamMax. Once that happens, you're able to dash, kite them away. Meanwhile, you leave the mid lane wide open to be taken out by the side of Entity7. I mean, like we've been talking about right now, Entity7 has been up until their loss today to Alpha 7. They've been the complete and unstoppable package. Oh, and we're gonna miss the fight at top down there. Down goes Zeus. Shin with the feathered airstrike. Blink is gonna be down as well. He's gonna use that flicker to get away. Are they gonna dive in after him? Oh, Glorious Pathway is out, and down goes Blink.
Yeah, 2 more kills here for Entity7 on the top side. The turtle here on the bottom side of the river. Goo might be in trouble here because Vagin is on their tail, but now he's able to survive. But this turtle, I believe that is going to be to Entity7, the third one.
Yeah, Doom finds himself a tower up at the top. Meanwhile, the bottom getting worked. Hide on Bush able to find himself the turtle as well for his team. That's going to be all the turtles for the side of Entity7. Unfortunately, DreamMax leaving empty-handed when it comes to those. And the next objective up will be the Lord.
Yeah, and when it comes to like macro and map dominating here, like one more tower on the bottom lane here, the gold lead heading almost 5k for Entity7. Yeah, the macro here is gonna is being the main difference for Entity7 so far. As you see now, the damage without ranking by Shaikichi playing with the Zitian, but Entity7 is really like aggressing forward. Oh, Blink. Okay.
Yeah, he gets a little bit of a pop-up, followed up by the demonic force on the backside. Shakitse trying to put on some suppressive fire. Drew comes in with a stun of his own. Out comes the Fury of the Phoenix. Shakitse finds a kill onto Hide on Bush. Suddenly DreamMax have this in their favor. Akashi able to answer back to them as Shakitse might be in a little bit of trouble. Flickers out of the way, but Akashi able to close the distance onto Shakitse and take her down. Doom taking a little bit of damage. There is going to be able to find his way out of harm's way.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I understand that on the draft that you have so oops, here it comes.
Oh yeah, from the backside, King coming in with that Phantom Steed. Akashi coming in with a demonic force, ground out by 3 players. Akashi might be in a little bit of trouble here, bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. Blink's gonna have to use that flicker to get away. Hide on Bush, dishing out the damage, and the feathered airstrike helps with some of that damage as well to take down King. Entity7 at 11-5 lead right now, and a 5k gold lead.
Akashi, what have you done on the last team fight? Almost getting killed to reverse that situation for Entity7. Now the first Lord leading like, okay, getting by Entity7. No fight back so easily and clean for Entity7, while we have like Goo being aggressive, being bullied by Akashi on the bottom lane. Oh, here he comes.
Yeah, another fight coming out there. Blink is going to go underneath the tower. Meanwhile, it looks like Entity7 able to scoop up the purple buff for themselves, stealing it away from a DreamMax and just furthering their gold lead here. I believe is about a 6k lead for the side of Entity7. Now, a little bit of engagement down at the bottom. Is that going to be enough to take down the demonic force? Goo able to find the kill onto Akashi, but now going to have to answer the minions that are at their bottom tower. Meanwhile, they are going to have to respond eventually to this Lord coming in. Another engagement comes in here as Vagin going to have to lay down the glorious pathway to get that healing from the team, and not even afraid of a DreamMax here, kind of just standing up in front, letting them know that, yeah, you guys can come at me. I'm still going to be able to have the healing I need. Still has, oh, they tried to latch on the Shin and just were not able to close the distance. Shin immediately got out of harm's way. Now, a little bit of engagement happening at the mid, while Lord beginning to make his trek at the bottom lane. Blink goes in, looking for the damage. Hide on Bush actually takes a heap of damage. Shakitse down to 25% health, getting a little bit of healing. And now the force up at top. Out comes the glorious pathway, followed up by the feathered airstrike. Blink goes in. Zaman force has been laid down onto the ground. Vagin gets taken out by Goo. Big pop-up lands on the 2 members of DreamMax. Doom gets caught with a little bit of damage. Blink goes in, finding some damage, gonna find the stun onto Akashi, who uses that flicker to get himself out of harm's way. Now, Fury of the Phoenix comes out. Akashi raining down that demonic force. Blink in trouble, gonna take another one and still able to find himself an escape. But unfortunately for DreamMax, 2 high ground towers are laid out in the open with with that push.
Entity7 like trying to leave dangerously here, like losing begin, trying to get this dive on the high ground tower on the top side, but still it was not enough to DreamMax to find the light at the end of the tunnel here. Entity7 still have this dominance, still have this like a control of the actions. We're seeing now the item build here like 1K.5 for the gold lane, 1K.5 here for the roaming, 1K.5 for the jungler here so far. Shaikichi is the only player on DreamMax here, just way ahead on the gold lead for DreamMax. Oh, Blink.
Ooh, yeah, Blink actually taking a lot of damage. Zeus comes in for the surprise to lay down damage onto Doom, who uses that as an opportunity to find himself a way out from that fight. Meanwhile, another Lord out on the field. King takes a lot of damage coming out from the far, so Feather Airstrike, Hide on Bush going to use that Blade Surge to get himself away, and the rest of Entity7 looking to start on to this next Lord. You can see Blink on the side there looking for some information, looking to possibly find a way in, but man, they're about a 5K gold lead behind, not able to find the angle that they need to onto this next Lord.
Oh, here comes.
Yeah, we had the Feathered Airstrike go out there, and on the backside, a Blazing Duet came out, laying down the Zaman Force, and Entity7 still able to get away scot-free despite well onto the back line and underneath the tower.
Yeah, so DreamMax not fighting back with the Lord, like a King was in the top side, cleaning the minion waves, but now here, like after getting the Lord, like Entity7 like turning the actions on, like getting the initiation with the Vagin, always playing forward, always playing aggressive here versus DreamMax. A Holy Crystal Feather, a Heaven's Feather, and starting side for Harriet. But Claude here, like having Demons, Hunter, Corrosion side. Oh, here comes.
Yeah, they're trying to go after Goose. Going to use that Bravest Fighter form. Getting chased down by two members. Like he'd say from the back end, trying to lay on an escape for her comrade as the rest of Entity7 turn their attention toward the mid lane. Lord up at top, looking to push into the final high ground towers of DreamMax. Now, the push has started. A big engagement coming in at the bottom tower. Vegin takes a heap of damage in the glorious pathway laid down to help heal him up. The Shin with the Feathered Airstrike raining down to cover up both high ground towers of DreamMax, as the rest of DreamMax is going to have to focus down on this Lord, and just one more high ground tower left for DreamMax at the 15-minute mark.
Yeah, Akashi Light here being stunned by would it be the DreamMax here chasing down, but Blink? Oh, Blink! Okay. He's able to survive. He's alive so far.
Yeah, so far able to find that kind of escape there, and now scrambling right now. DreamMax doing the best that they can to try to fend off these minions. Meanwhile, I want to say Entity7 possibly looking to clear out the rest of the jungle here.
Yeah, so, but I have a feeling here, like, I think there is something similar to the first game is going to happen on the second one here, because on the first game we just saw like a DreamMax watching Entity7 playing, getting the Lord, opening the high ground towers, getting the Lord, hitting the base, getting the Lord, winning the game. You know, like I think that is something similar happening on this second game so far, because Entity7 getting the Lord, no fighting back coming out from DreamMax, while we have King on the top side cleaning minion waves, you know. So Entity7 is just like pushing forward to win the second game.
Yeah, I have to agree too. I mean, there comes a certain point where, I mean, yes, it's not a good fight for you. It's going to be a bad fight, but do you continue to just allow them to get these Lords, or do we just go for a Hail Mary, go in there, see if we can kind of maybe get the jump on them, find a little bit of surprise like we're about to do now. Vagin on the front line sees the rest of DreamMax here, but Entity7 very wisely disengaging from the Lord. They want to have the Lord on their side when they go ahead and fight escape them, to maybe find it, go in with a Papa. In fact, there was Papa, followed by the feathered airstrike. A big dive onto the back line to try to get Shin down. Goo trying his best, but eventually gets taken down by Akashi. Meanwhile, hide on bush, looking for the disengage underneath his tower. The rest of Entity7 chasing down DreamMax. Blink in trouble, very low as Doom finding some damage there, and DreamMax still able to find the disengagement. But this is going to open it up for Entity7 to find themselves a free lord.
Okay, at least they try at this time here to surprise Entity7's composition. Oh,
they tried to go in and answer again. Feathered airstrike came down this time. Down go two more of DreamMax. Is that going to be enough? Zeus is down for the count. Shin with the kill there. Shaikiche alone here to fend off. Oh, Goo comes in back online. Out comes the Fury of the Phoenix to get that stun. Down goes Shaikiche. Akashi with the kill there. And Shin outside the borders of the map, gonna find himself an escape. A full team wipe for Entity7, now looking to claim the game 2.
Yeah, so game number 2 goes to Entity7. So far, Xena 2-0 and this best of 5.
Yes, a dominating performance again by Entity7. There is no... DreamMax is not able to find kind of like a counter or a way to kind of deal with their aggression, right? So right now they are struggling. Hopefully they can kind of come back on the next match here, but it doesn't seem like they're finding the correct way to kind of come back here. But Entity7 going strong. They were already a beast to deal with in the first place. They're one of the top teams here in the South and have just been raining down and snowballing through. They had lost here to Alpha 7, but you know, they might go back up there again and take them on for another round.
Yeah, as we were like checking the stats here on this second game, I think that okay, I was about to say when on the draft situation, we might have a few options to ban these meta heroes, okay? But I think that at this point of the tournament, it is some kind of rules that you have to follow. You know, I believe that one of these rules is not letting for views open. It doesn't matter which side, it doesn't matter which situation here, because we see like these strong heroes, especially in using the ultimate, especially like getting this in this back line, especially like by this time for the rest of the teams, as we used to see with Akashi here, like playing so well, being able to survive. So I believe that for DreamMax, the composition was like really interesting, but when it comes to the mentality, I think that from the early, only like Entity7 like playing forward. It doesn't matter like if I believe that it doesn't matter if they will be killed or not. Only like Entity7 like just playing forward, just playing aggressive, just moving through. And at this point here, I didn't get it. I like this DreamMax decision here, like leaving one more turtle for Entity7 just to get a kill on the top side. And by the time that this happened, they lost the tower on the top side and the tower on the mid lane here on this macro used by Entity7. So once again, just step by step, little by little, this game was like losing control for DreamMax here. Like it was like slipping from DreamMax's hand from the early game. That was a moment that Entity7 maybe just a little bit too deep here, especially with Begin. So he was taken down. But even though it was like not too much for DreamMax to get some kind of a reaction on this second game. So once again, DreamMax watching Entity7, got in the Lord, open the base, got in the Lord, like open the high ground towers. And okay, here, Goo was like was the responsible for trying to do something here, especially trying to neutralize this back line. And it almost did it, almost, because it was the Phoveus in the middle of the way here, which didn't allow to this happen. So once again, I believe that for when it comes to Entity7, not letting these reviews open to this next game. And more than that, DreamMax has to find a way, like, to not find a way, but has to, like, come on guys, maybe we are respecting too much Entity7 so far here, so we have to play again.
Yes, for sure. But all right, let's go ahead and highlight our MVP right now. This player didn't just win fights, they took over the entire map. Your MVP here is Vagine on the 2213 KDA. 25.3k total damage, 609 gold per minute on the high lows here. Taking it again.
Yeah, another MVP for the Roam coming out from Entity7, just really kind of showing. I mean, there was so many points there that he was basically just tanking by himself and using at great rotations, whether it was the Glorious Pathway or the Revitalize, in a great rotation to be able to kind of keep himself up, keep his health up, and just be that great tank on the front lines. And especially when it comes to the great engagement, to be able to get into the back line, to be able to shut down Shaikitse as well. I mean, the entire draft, right, has been so good for Entity7 when it comes to a lot of these pickups too, especially when it comes to the Phobias pickup out there. I feel like that's been part of the problem that has really stunted the growth of DreamMax when it comes to a lot of these engagements. They just cannot get to that back line when they want to, cannot find the targets that they want to, because a lot of these drafts are heavily in favor of Entity7, which causes DreamMax to just not want to pick any of these fights. They are always constantly on their back foot, constantly replying to Entity7 instead of enforcing their own types of ganks onto them, which has been the story of these games, and that has been super unfortunate for DreamMax, who found themselves right now possibly at game point.